Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux and the Weekly News Roundup. And it looks like the kitty's like, yeah, I'm out of here, yo. So you gotta start the show now because, yeah, kitty has spoken. Well, how is everybody doing today? I hope it's all well for everybody. See, Jeffrey, how's it going there? 50 minutes to go. Got the chicken cooked and rested. Onion rings standing by. Dream cream orange ice cream shakes coming up soon. Cinnamon stick bun. Oh, man, it sounds too good to me. My audio looks a little low. It won't be low once I start screaming and hollering like a lunatic. Let me see if I can adjust that up just a hair. There we are. That's a little bit better. Let me see how is that going to look when I switch on over to one of our news clips. All right, I think that's pretty good. Where's our mic at? There we are. I think we're good. You can't click for more info? Why not, man? Senate, okay, the Senate finally gets it. There's nothing green about giving unemployed workers pink slips. There you go. Yeah, I don't know, I know. Just wait, this is going to get more interesting as time goes on. Oh, yeah. Hey, if you want to know how interesting it's going to get, Justin, a raw 3 or 4 hours ago, Black Lives Matter was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. So, apparently, if we roam around cities and roving mobs and destroy stuff, we can get a peace prize. Spaceship's leaving tonight, guys. I'm going to Alpha Centauri. Oh boy. I actually did not throw my notice that we're going live in the chat. Oh, somebody else already did. Thank you very much, Miura, for hitting the stream as live button. I forgot to do that, but I am now monitoring the chats for as long as the computer lasts. I didn't charge it from last week. I'm down to 39% power, but I should have a while on that. Oh boy. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. Are you going to Alpha Centauri with us tomorrow? We are swinging by the Moonbase, so if you want to go to Alpha Centauri, go for it. Room 2, how's it going there? Spend all the spare orange ice cream shakes too. There you go. Coffee ice cream. I had coffee ice cream today. Very good. Hello, y'all. Got my cinnamon and plasma theme set up on Linux Mint 20.1. We'll need to boot to Arch to update later. Yeah, I actually upgraded one of my computers to 20.1 today. Funny thing about Fate, if you don't like it, it only takes 2x4 with a rusty nails. Make it your own way. There you go. All right, what to do with my mid 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro I got from Recycling Center last year. SSD in it. Wow, lots of good stuff in there. New battery, fresh install of OX. I mean, you can just keep Catalina on there if you want, but I don't know. See, Arch on Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mint on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That way I keep them both in check. There you go. Ran Linux Mint on similar vintage MacBook without too much trouble. Question is, would you want to? There you go. Make sure to hit time shift for your updates. I didn't bother with time shift. I think time shift is still a waste. If there's an error in the install, it takes less effort to just reinstall a fresh install over it, leaving the home folder intact, than it does to mess with time shift to get stuff fixed. So when I push my update, I just if you do a touch/Etsy timeshift.conf, I think it is, you can upgrade without hitting time shift. Hello, Linux Math Guy. Greetings. Commodore runs Manjaro Mate on most of your older machines, along with Mint DE, so there's no issues. There you go. Oh, Dan, you're barking at my kitty cat. All right. The kitty cat's been barked at. Hey, kitty, what are you doing over there? The cat has gone insane. Kitty, have you gone crazy? The cat is chasing something that isn't there. He's just chasing the ghosts. Our house is haunted. He's just chasing the ghosts. I don't know what he's doing. He's just chasing the ghosts. I wish I had an active camera on him. I should mount the cat with a GoPro. That'd be fun. Let's see. One nation under kitty has arrived. There you go. There you go. Say in Paris, roof rabbit. There you go. It's got an ad for spyware for teachers to see what students are doing on devices. Dystopian much? Oh, I know. It's getting interesting. America's finest, greetings to you. Garuda Linux Cinnamon looks very enticing. Might use it eventually. There you go. Audio sounds good from there. All right, good. Yeah, I'm not redlining. I'm actually right about the middle of the red, right just below the red. But when I start screaming and yelling, it'll get close to redlining. So Oatmeal cookies and antiques alpha. Greetings. Are you early for the El Funjo? Hey, we just started, DT. How's it going, man? DT, I'm curious about DT, your thoughts on the changes to the Google APIs on Chromium. I'm looking at this going, why are people having a big deal with this? Like, more Google stuff is coming out of Chromium. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. I have a video on that tomorrow. It's actually going to drop half hour earlier. We're premiering it at 11:30 because I have a 12 o'clock meeting. And so I want to be there for the premiere of that video. But 11 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time, we will be premiering a video looking at the changes to the Chromium package that's causing a lot of weirdness going on. Exhale, not excel. What are you doing? Nobel Peace Prize for peaceful protests. I know. These guys figured out how to have peaceful protests in the middle of cities burning down. Go figure. I mean, that deserves a Peace Prize. Side between Firefox or Chrome. Yeah, good grief. No, I think Chromium without the Chrome crap is better anyway. Save us some seats. Yeah. Go to Dissenter browser. Yeah, but that's part of it. Every downstream browser from Chromium will be impacted by what Google's doing. Swing by and pick you up? Yes, we will swing by and pick you up. Just meet me over at the cafe at 12:30 on Moonbase, and we'll pick you up for our trip to Alpha Centauri. Cats chasing cockroaches. We don't have cockroaches here, actually. Centipedes, maybe. Dolboot Ubuntu Mate with Mint 20.1 waiting for Elementary OS 6. There you go. Good evening, Keegan. How's it going there? Good evening. Fishing up short paper about the differences and similarities between different Linux package management systems. There you go. Cat-like laser pointers. A little bit. Mitchell, how's it going there? He's some more kitty treats for the kitties. All right. Well, thank you for that super chat. The kitties will be very pleased to know that their kitty treats are being funded. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Use LibreWolf instead of Chromium. There you go. Scott here. Just needed to put on double socks. It's cold here. Yeah, it's like 20s down here. Chromium has never been a thing to me. It's always been dead to me, so no real difference. I'm just surprised how many Linux distros are now angry at Chromium. I know. There's Linux distros are angry at Chromium for pulling out Google connections. What type of backwards world is this? Hey, Cat, would you shut up? I'm trying to record a video over here. He's screaming at the other end of the room. Can you guys hear him screaming at the other end of the room? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Oh, come on. Come here. Come on. Come on, I'll pick you up before the show starts. We're starting the show in a minute here. Come here. Come here. No. Oh, I got a kitty. I got a kitty. Hello. Are you chasing ghosts? Are you chasing ghosts? Huh? Are you chasing ghosts? You want to go get that ghost for me? Go get Slimer. All right. There you go. There you go. Go get Slimer, buddy. Or you can go lay in your chair. Just don't be howling and yelling when I'm recording a video. Jeez. Cat's gone crazy. Let's see. Brave Sync completely independent. I don't know. I know Edge, Microsoft's Edge Sync. They took all that stuff out. DT's been surprised with LibreWolf. I know. I think LibreWolf's really good. That's what I've been using as much as I can. I still can't get LibreWolf to show up on OBS, so I'm still using WokeFox. People seem mainly talk about sync. Was there any other big APIs? My video tomorrow goes through all of them. The biggest one, in my opinion, is the spell check API. But Language Tool is a thing. It does spelling and grammar on your Chrome browser. So, so there we have it. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and get on into our privacy news. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll get ourselves all ready here. Did I? Hold on. I think my no. There we are. All right, we're good. Had some issue with one of my layouts here. All right, let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch the show live, see all the nonsense and chaos as it actually happens, and stay tuned for all of the in-between segment comments and chat. And today we're doing some privacy news, and then we are doing a little bit of smart tech. Definitely an interesting little thing and an interesting little crossover. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Yet another Telegram video. Guys, delete Telegram, hashtag delete Telegram. Over 500 million, hashtag delete Facebook. Hashtag stop using phone numbers and crap. All right, there you go. 3 hashtags for you. 500 million Facebook users' phone numbers are for sale through a Telegram bot. So, a Telegram bot's roaming around, and apparently you can purchase these phone number and Facebook user connections for 20 bucks a pop, or if you'd like to buy 10,000 of them, it's going to cost you 5,000. So there you go. You got like a 25% discount if you want to buy 10,000 of these guys at a time. And I was looking around to see if this thing's been blocked yet or not. So if Telegram can get in there and delete your conversations that they don't tend to agree with, you'd think that they could possibly destroy a bot that's enriching hackers and spreading hacked material around the internet. Presumably the bot might be gone by now, but nevertheless, just add this, shuffle this under your reasons to delete Telegram. You're ditching WhatsApp. Yeah, look at some of the other ones. We still got Signal, seems okay. We got Wire, seems okay. There's a few other ones out there that seem okay as well. All right, next. Gabe Newell believes brain-computer interfaces will let us edit who we are. This is very similar, actually, to a science fiction novel that stick around to the end of the show and you'll hear a little bit more about. But what we'll see here is that, oh man, this is insane. This is insane. So the idea is you have this computer interface, and with this computer interface, you can go ahead and connect the system into your head, and then you can utilize an app on your phone and tell it what you want. So if you want to sleep for 10 hours or whatever. Here's the thing. Twilight Zone happens when it becomes possible to edit who you are through the brain-computer interface. For example, Noel says one of the early applications he expects to see is something to help with sleep. Instead of taking a pill to help you fall asleep, you simply enter how long you want to sleep in the app, and voila, it happens. We're crossing a little bit too far into dystopia here. This is actually a little bit of a premise of what we saw in Blade Runner. Now, not the movie Blade Runner, but the book. If you are unaware of that, they bought the rights to the book and the rights to another book, 2 different books. They like the Blade Runner name for what became the movie, but they like the concept in the separate book differently. So they bought the book Blade Runner and a second dystopian book, which was mostly, Blade Runner was mostly based on that secondary book. That was one of the features in that book, is you could do a lot of editing and changing and adapting. You're in a bad mood, you hit a button on your little thing and boom, instantly you're in a good mood again. So very dystopian of you. Good to see yet another dystopian science fiction book coming on into the fray. But there we have it, folks. There we have it indeed. So, yeah. And of course, this is in the privacy section because somebody's logging all of this data, I promise. DIA, this is one of the Department of Defense, they purchased cell phone location data without any warrants. The Defense Intelligence Agency has been using smartphone location data purchased from commercially available databases, according to an intelligence memo obtained by Cyberscoop. DIA primarily provides intelligence to support U.S. military operations and has been gathering location data on both Americans and non-U.S. citizens dating back 2.5 years, according to the memo, which was drafted in by the DIA for offices of Senator Ron Wyden. So this is one of these issues with all these companies. Sure, the government's technically not allowed to have this type of data, but what's actually stopping them? Oh, nothing, you say. Pretty much that's the case. And this is why we have to have better privacy and security by which we prevent as many companies collecting it as you possibly can. Are you going to prevent everything? Probably not. But are you going to be doing a whole lot better if you try than if you wave the white flag and say, yeah, Facebook, you can have everything I've got, okay? And that's why we do what we do in the privacy communities. And so here we have it, yet another case of them turnkey government and just buying up stuff. I mean, the companies make the stuff available for sale. Let's just go ahead and sell it. Sure, let's go ahead and sell it. Who's buying? Who cares? Peace sells, but who's buying? Privacy sells, but who's buying? There you go, right? And so there we have it. The military is purchasing our location data without any warrants, but hey, it's just the purchase of data. You don't need warrants for that. What does a Biden presidency mean for privacy policy? Very good question. So this is more of a speculative article than anything else. And what this is looking at is carrying on. If you've been following what's going on in the politics, nearly every single person in the Biden administration held the exact same position under an Obama administration. In other words, we basically have the third term of Obama administration, and I promise Joe Biden is not making any real decisions here. So one of the things the Obama administration was working on is some privacy laws. And that really does sound great. We need some privacy laws. We need some privacy data. This is one of the weird places where in this backwards world, California got it right with some of their privacy laws. GDPR is generally okay with the sole exception of the stupid cookie policy, which is kind of annoying. But outside of the cookie policy, outside of a few other little odds and ends, GDPR is actually not all that bad to say, hey, the companies need to respect data better. And there was, under the Obama administration, a privacy bill of rights, which you can find linked in this article. And this article is down in the description. You can see this is dating back to February 2012. This is in the, is this first? I think this is first, nearing the end of the first term of Barack Obama presidency, and they actually have all of this information. And I didn't read through all this, I skimmed through most of it, but I looked at each one of the sections and things. What I don't see in here is I don't see anything where they are telling a company you may not collect any data without explicit consent. This is one of the challenges we have in our policy, is that when we are looking at all of these different policies, all of these different rules, all these different layouts and things like that, what we're actually starting to see here is we're seeing cases where a government like a school or your employer is forcing you to use some party like Microsoft or Google. In order to use Microsoft or Google, you have to agree to the terms of service, and tied into the terms of service is the fact that they're going to collect anything and everything that they want. That is ultimately and fundamentally the biggest problem that we have in this, is that there is no real protection. There's nothing that says a company may not collect any more data than is necessary, and that's actually absent from this Privacy Bill of Rights. So that's definitely an interesting thing here. And my OBS screen is frozen a little bit. Let me go ahead and fix that. I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds for my edit. It's just my web browser view. And moving on to our last article, Google encouraged by its alternative to cookies. This is, in my opinion, the seeing a lot of interesting things converge all at once. Why did it take Flash, a horrible program that really hasn't even been used for several years, why did it take Flash so long to die? Because Flash is used by marketing agencies. These things called super cookies or zombie cookies. You delete it from your browser and immediately they come back, because all you need to do is load a little instance of a Flash Macromedia cache, because that is not cleared when you clear your cookie data and your browsing history data. And Flash allowed you to store a whole lot more user data than did your browser cookies. And so a lot of companies took to storing a lot of things inside of Flash. Well, now that Flash is dead, and we'll see pretty soon some funny consequences of that. I think that's in our last section, so it won't be on this cut video, but regardless, Flash now dies. Now, and at the same time, a lot of people are still going, man, we need to be more cautious about our privacy. We need to run ad blockers. We need to run ad trackers. And so Google's like, man, I'm serving ads. I don't know who I'm serving ads to anymore. So they're coming in with all these new ways of serving ads, which are connected to APIs. Curiously, the APIs are what is being pulled out of Chromium browsers, which to me is almost makes a little bit backward sense. You'd be like, yeah, take all these APIs. That way all these downstream browsers all feed us more data, but they're not actually doing that. Very interesting. But what they're doing here is they're trying to find a way to serve targeted ads without using the cookies. Why? Because cookies is under the user's control, not under the company's control. And this is why the cookie policies are the stupidest parts about GDPR. Just teach your citizens to clear their cookies, for crying out loud, or to run something that's going to block them altogether. But as they're going through, they're testing software in the Chrome browser to act as a replacement for third-party cookies, which are internet ad tracking tools that have come under scrutiny for recording user data. The way we see it is there is a lot of technological innovations in the heart of this, and what we've been focusing on is not blocking third-party cookies right away. Google's head of user trust and privacy for advertising told Axios on Monday. We are intent on engaging the entire advertising community and really leaning into the kind of collaboration that is critical to make such a massive change. This, to me, actually kind of terrifies me. I'd rather them not get all this cozy with one another. Replacing cookie-based ad targeting online is difficult among sweeping privacy protection reform because it is a lucrative revenue stream. And they're kind of go into it and looking into what they're doing here. They're trying to use more fingerprinting technologies, a few other measures and factors, and then they want to compile everything together and sell groups of people instead of people themselves. Which, to me, I don't know. We need to see more information about how this comes out so we can figure out what we're going to do next. So this is what Google's doing. They're trying to get away from the cookies. They're utilizing a form of API. It's called Federated Learning of Cohorts, or FLoC. The FLoC has come, guys. The FLoC has come. In testing, FLoC has given advertisers at least 95% of the conversions per dollar compared to cookie-based ads. The FLoC uses machine learning algorithms to analyze user data and then create groups of thousands of people based on sites and individual visits. The data is gathered locally from the browser, is never shared. Instead, the data from a much wider cohort of thousands of people is shared, and then that is used to get targeted ads. I really need to see how more of this stuff is working, because this, to me, sounds a little bit terrifying. We'll get into that in a little bit. Well, we mentioned earlier about brain-computer interfaces, and that is somewhat tangentially what my novel Synaptergy is about. So this novel is available. You can buy it directly from me at worldwarepress.com, or just head on over to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, or wherever else you go ahead and pick up your books. We go ahead and allow privacy browser to allow SoundCloud. You can listen to the first 5 minutes of the book over there. You can read the first chapter of the book on the site, and where to buy will give a list of all of the places I know of, and there's probably more places you can buy it as well. But you can head on over to the website there, which is going to be at synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s. So head on over there to synaptergy.com for more information, or to grab some details on that book. Next, we're going to get on into some smart tech news. Alrighty. Bark at the cat. Woof. Firefox dies, so will LibreWolf, most likely. Yeah. Brave does not have a cloud storage component, and LibreWolf is not compatible on Android devices. Kitty is skin and bones. Yeah, he is. He is skin and bones, and a lot of fat. He's big boned. He's skin and big bones. Let's see. A Rottweiler, his treats are a bit more expensive, although the college students have learned not to pass out on this block. Seem to mainly talk about sync, but was there other big APIs? Yeah, there's a number of them. My video tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, will premiere. You can catch it there. Unix Skelter had some minor issues with LibreWolf, but good enough for me. Yep. CJ is Chasen Gasper in Ghost form. Oh, Ghostbusters movie from 1980s. Oh, Casper. Oh, the Slimer. Chasing Slimer. Yeah. No need for everyone to be on Linux. All right. I like LibreWolf. Works better for YouTube chat when I'm on my Manjaro machine. There you go. Chromium locks up when I try and do YouTube emojis. Like Language Tool, have that one. Yep. Kitty has Stockholm Syndrome. Kitty, do you have Stockholm Syndrome? He's looking at me like, are you making fun of me? All right, let's check in on Discord real quick. Hop, hop, hop. He's in. All right, let's see. Yep, Telegram has been deleted from my phone, really. It sounds dangerous, man, if someone hacked your phone and put you to sleep while you're driving on the highway. I know, right? Go to sleep. I think I will rather not have stuff inserted into my brain. Probably the blacker from the heating machine. All right, let's see. Signal's great, although recent update, the focus was more on customization with changing the background of texts. Maybe trying to appeal to the influx of people. I don't know. Yeah. I had to install Arc to enable tar.gz management in KDE on Linux Mint. Really? Linux Mint should manage that just fine. Interesting. Joseph Norris, greetings. Good evening. I am literally only tied to Android because of my Garmin watch and nothing else. There you go. Don't know if they dream of electric shape, but they might dream of an Android shape like Sean Young. There you go. Creepy, no. Brain computer, what a joke. Sheep, electric sheep. The Borg. It was written by Philip K. Dick. That might be it. Might be it, indeed. Is it AT&T selling it to the government again? Yeah, I don't know. Why are databases legal to be sold regardless of it's private or commercial? I know, right? We definitely need some laws about that. If you're counting on the Biden administration or any administration for that matter to actually do something good for privacy and security, they can't even prosecute real criminals. I mean, really, look at what happened to the Equifax guys. They all got bonuses. All right. People should have gone to jail over Equifax. It was a breach by pure incompetence. It was a breach of a web server protocol that had been fixed 6 months prior to the breach. It's pure incompetence. Wyden is a very slippery character. He's done some good work on the privacy front, but otherwise seems clinically insane. I know, right? Yeah. When we start looking to Oregon for our solutions, just remember, in Oregon right now, it is more legal to smoke crack cocaine than to have Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? Just telling you, don't rely on Oregon to do nothing. Oh, it's like the Halloween specials. Let's see. Support the municipality. Nation of sheep begets a government of wolves. Yeah. Oh boy. Why not just ask what ads we want to see? There you go. There's a thought. Want to see invisible ads that make no sounds. Yeah. Wolverine State like Hulu does the same thing because of choice of the ad experience. There you go. Heard Brave had some crypto mining thingy in the past. Is it true? Oh no, it's actively present. That's their core feature and their way to extort content creators. Just a friendly reminder. No, if you support me with Brave using their BAT tokens, I will never see any of that. Don't do it. Save that for people who care. Been using the Pine phone as a daily driver with Mint Mobile. I don't have an opinion on it. I have not seen a Pine phone before, so I think Pizza has one, and to my understanding, he says it's not really ready for daily use. How do you enable import bookmarks and passwords on LibreWolf? I would have to look into that. That's a good question to ask on the Discord server troubleshooting section. Kay likes Linux. Greetings, Kay. How's it going there? Biden is too institutionalist to do anything positive for privacy. Yeah. No, he's too out to lunch to do anything for anything. Dude doesn't even know where he is. They're just going to prop him up on a stick like that movie Weekend at Bernie's pretty soon. Call it The Weekend at Joe's. New private and open source search engine released to the market. All right. What's with the hate towards Firefox recently? They went all out woke and said that deplatforming people is not enough. Basically, if you disagree with their leftist propaganda, they think you shouldn't have a place on the internet. I think new administration will do something that seems to cosmically improve the privacy situation. All right. I think we'll go ahead and get on into our smart. We only have like 3 smart tech articles. Just 3 little smart tech articles here. The first one, Sidewalk Robot Startup celebrates the 1 million deliveries to a person alone on a sidewalk with a mask. Are you worried about giving COVID to the robot now? I mean, I do notice, though, she's only wearing 1 mask. You need 2 masks now. Didn't you get the memo? 2 masks. If 1 mask is good, 2 just makes common sense. But anyway, in the Washington, D.C. area, this person orders up a hamburger, and it's delivered by the Starship. What's up with some of these company names? And the robot came in and apparently delivered the 1 millionth cheeseburger, apparently. So yay for smart tech. The robots are going to save us all, and we're still going to be socially distanced, isolated while wearing multiple masks and full rubber body suits. How exciting. Smart grocery stores are coming to change the way we shop. This is kind of a follow-up. We looked at a couple of these. So, of course, Amazon Go has their whole sensor-enabled stuff. You don't even need to do anything special. You just walk in, grab stuff, and leave, and you're all good to go. And we saw Giant, I believe, I don't think Kroger is the Giant brand, is it? Or is it the Giant brand? I can't remember. But Kroger is working with Caper. So Caper, this is a new smart cart. So you use this little cart here. You can see the keypad stuff it has, which I'm assuming that you sign in or slide some identification or do some other dystopian thing that tracks anything and everything you're doing and probably takes multiple pictures of you and figures out your voice samples and everything else it can possibly do. And the idea is you just grab the cart, you roam around, and you throw stuff into the cart, and then you just kind of wheel yourself on out of the store with it, and it automatically charges whatever cart is on file. That's right, it's getting so easy, guys. You may as well just go ahead and not even worry about having that card with you. Just implant it right into your head or into your right hand, into your forehead or right hand, and then you will be good to go. You can just go on in, use these new smart devices, just be in, be out. You don't have to worry about bringing anything anymore, and that's just really the way to go. And to get all the more dystopian, hey Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm. Alexa can now act on its own hunches to turn off lights and more. That's right, now your Alexas are going to learn from your patterns and do things that you ordinarily do, and it's going to do it all for you. Like, so long for the smart blinds where you pick up your smartphone in the morning, still laying in bed, you push a button and your blinds go up. Oh no. The Amazon Echo will recognize when you're awake, you've yawned, and so it says, raising the blinds. This is a world I'm not sure I really want to be a part of. Hey, Dave, you don't get lights today. Dave. So, yeah, the Amazon is now enabling a new feature today. This is a couple days ago by now. Allows Alexa to proactively complete tasks around the house, like turning off lights based on your habits and frequent requests. It's been a bad day, Dave. Want me to turn on your favorite nasty internet site? Dave. Alexa has been able to sense these habits and ask about them since 2018. Oh, how dystopian of you, Alexa. The company calls them hunches. I have a hunch you're going to want this, Dave. So prior to this, it was at least asking you about your hunches. No, now it just says, I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. Hey, Alexa, order 5 unicorn meats. Confirm. So Alexa, Alexa would ask permission before acting on something like lowering the thermostat before you went to bed. The new proactive hunches are enabled, though. Alexa will skip asking and just do the task. Isn't that so nice? Let's see what kind of dystopia we can get here. Let's turn off the sound here. Look at this nice dystopian video here. I'll kind of narrate what we see. I have not watched this before. There you go. Oh, the light's on. So, 72. And we got, I'm not sure what that thing is. Is that a cable box, internet router? I don't know. Uh-oh, Alexa, good night. By the way, your living room light is on. Do you want me to turn it off? Oh, that's just too much time. I just want you to turn it off. Like, what guy's sitting in bed with the light on anyway? I'm crying out loud. Hunches. Ooh, you can turn your hunches on. You can turn your hunches on. What is that middle one? Oh, it's so difficult. Oh, it's a vacuum. Okay. So it's so difficult to go over to the thermostat and set it. Now you just have to be so lazy and let your device do everything for you. At what point in time are we just a brainless moron? And 10:38 at night, you're in bed? What are you? Some Sears employee or something? I don't know. So anyway, proactive business hunches seem like they can make Alexa a lot more useful. I don't know. I think it's a lot more dystopian personally, but let me know what you guys think. Is that much more useful or much more dystopian? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, if you want to help support my crazy news and filled rants, you can head on over to Subscribestar. You can help support the channel on over there. Subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. We also have Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can head on to either one of those. People often ask, what's my preference? It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. I also have thinklifemedia.com. That one, until we get in that onto a new platform, just do with one of these other two if you can, because Think Life Media's software right now is driving me mad. But I don't have time to redesign it and fix it right this second. But you can head on over there, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux to help support the channel that way. Thanks for coming along, guys, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right. That's out of the way. We got business next. Here's our business. No business. Let's see. Press secretary is one big, yeah. Let's see. What the hell is woke anyway? Like insane leftist propaganda, or I guess yeah, I guess that's the way you. I try not to get super political, and woke basically just means that you're like super crazy about people believing your particular standpoint, I guess. Oh, CSNBC is now pushing 3 masks. I can't keep track anymore. I did leave a mask on a Christian commentator the other day. He says, I'm sick of following trends. I'm going to set him. He says, I'm going to wear 3. I said, hey, I'm way ahead of you guys. I'm wearing 666 masks. So, you know. CNBC and MSNBC already pushing 3 masks. This is insane. At what point are we going to go with 4? I just laugh out loud every time I see some guy wearing 2 masks, a face shield, and like a bag over his body. By the way, you guys see the Hamburger Syndrome? That's quite an intriguing film to see. They have a fleet of starships at the local university. I have seen about 25 of them early in the morning. That just sounds like the emperor is coming to take over the town. But if you're mentioning college campuses, they've already come over. And praising China. Yeah, I did not follow all this anal probe stuff, but apparently in China they're doing like anal probes for COVID, apparently. So I saw some pictures of people wearing a mask on their butt too. I, I, I don't know, guys. This is just clown world. This is clown world. Kroger's one of the largest largest grocery chains. Yeah, so Kroger, though, has a variety of different stores. Like, I think they were Smith's out west, but I think they actually are Giant out east, if I remember correctly. Or are they the Weiss? I forget. But there's really only 2 or 3 major national grocery store chains, and everything else is a subsidiary of those. It's kind of like almost every company in the world is owned by like Nestle or like Unilever or whatever. No generic Kroger stores. No, in Colorado, I think you have Smith's, if I remember correctly. Screw Alexa. Still using my old Nokia phone. There you go. At least Google waits till I tell it to do something. There you go. An Uber Eats driver was mobbed and killed in an apartment complex near Fort Worth, Texas the other night. Now avoid night deliveries. Yeah, there you go. I hate how there is an Alexa in my darn room. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. There you go. Okay. Chip on your hand or forehead, kind of like a mark, you know. Can't. Parents are forced me to have it as well as forced me to use Windows 10. Oh, that's torture. Several Kroger stores near you. Price for standing up for your freedom. Oh, it depends though. I mean, if you're living in your parents' house, you kind of have to do what they say to do. I mean, there's peaceful and calm negotiation trying to change their viewpoint, but unless you can do that, yeah, you got to do what they say, unfortunately. Video's playing fine on Apple TV 4K box. All right. 2 fish and Chromium database, so they won't be able to machine much learn. Yeah, there you go. How long until LibreWolf makes the Windows build? Yeah, hopefully soon. Happens if I change my routine. Will Alexa know? Yeah, well, Alexa's like, no. It's kind of like way back, almost like 10 or 15 years ago, there was an Adventures in Odyssey program where Eugene Meltzer programmed all of this automatic tech into their appliances. It was literally like before smart tech happened, and they like foreshadow this. And then, you know, the oven's like, you know, the oven is set too hot for lasagna. He says, or for chicken or whatever it is, right? And she's like, let's say they decided the last minute they want to cook chicken instead of lasagna, right? And the chicken has its heart, or the oven has its heart set on the lasagna. So he finally says to his wife, maybe we should just have lasagna. It seems the oven is set on that. It's like, yeah, that's kind of insane. A new Linux OEM. Which one? Who invested in GameStop? I might have had a little bit in one of my stock portfolio. I think my stock rose $100 over the weekend or over the week, which I only had a little bit in it anyway. One of my accounts, I have one of my accounts is in aggressive tech, and so because of the associations, I think there was a fraction of a stock in there. It's my guess. Why are restaurants wanting us to scan a barcode for the menu? To know that you're there for the required contact tracing because the government has gone tyrannical. Alexa will turn on the fans when I fart. There you go. Give it a try. Hey, Alexa, turn on the fans. It's stinky in here. Alexa also makes its own public Wi-Fi network. Yep, leeches off your data. That's right. Hope pizza masks will be required next. Yeah. Fries down there. All right, yeah. I don't know if you go out without a mask. I understand they can ban you from going into a store and such, but is there anything else they can do? It depends on where you're at. In Canada, they'll throw you in jail. Here in Pennsylvania, allegedly they'll fine you, but that's just not really good on public policy. Although here in State College, I think they've handed out like 300 fines or something. I don't care. I'm not wearing a mask. But actually, I get most of my shopping done not in State College. I go to other places. So, sorry, State College. I have not spent a penny in State College since this nonsense began. So, sorry, State College, you don't really get my revenue. I'll go to other places. It completely depends on where you are. Oh, man, you have headphones on at all times. Man, I was trying to get your Alexa to order stuff. Man, go to bed with itchy, hiney, wake up with smelly COVID swab. Oh boy, oh boy. Libra Wolf needs a better OX build. Game stunks. Finland, no punishment for not wearing a mask. Gotta wear a mask, but most people do here. Hold your shares. No, the GameStop stuff will crash eventually, if for no other reason than government intervention. All right, let's go ahead and get on into busyness, and we might actually be able to wrap up early tonight. That'd be fun, right? What's my Did they change their logo on me? I think I have to update my stuff already. My affiliate changed their logo on me. I didn't get a memo about that. Oh, well, I'll have to update my art sometime soon. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition, and we will end today with some Sillyville, so stick around for that. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch the show live, feel free to join us. Enjoy the madness. Let's go ahead and get on into the business news. First, Rocky Linux. So if you are unaware of Rocky Linux, this is CentOS is being sacrificed upon the altar of Red Hat. And so CentOS will no longer be a thing. CentOS 7 is, I think, still updated until 2024, if I remember correctly. And the next one in line is going to be your, I don't know. We'll see what happens from there. But Rocky Linux is by the creators of CentOS, and they are coming in and hoping to effectively replace CentOS. And they have started up a new company called Control IQ, which is going to be a funding arm. So basically, all of the profits from Control IQ are going to go into funding Rocky Linux. So details are still a little bit shaky, but with that, what they're doing here is they're positioning themselves as being cloud interfaces in between things like control servers and individual users and IoT devices. So basically like cloud control servers. Think of it maybe as Arduinos in the cloud. How's that? So that's what they're doing, and then all of this is to fund Rocky Linux. So keep an eye out for Control IQ and how that will help fund a new alternative replacement to CentOS, which maybe most of you have not seen CentOS much as a desktop use, but it is wildly popular in the servers. Next, we have Apple. This is an all-in-one chat app, which is actually cross-platform, actually brings iMessage to Android. So anybody that really is excited about using iMessage instead of something else like Signal, this one all-in-one chat app called Beeper can bring a variety of different chat platforms into one standalone application, which can work on Android and I believe Windows 10 and I don't know, maybe a few other places as well. Users, let's see, Beeper, let's have a look at what else we can see here. But they have WhatsApp, why would you bother? SMS, oh Lord. Signal, there you go. Telegram, hashtag delete Telegram. Slack, Twitter, oh Lord. Skype, oh boy. Hangouts, how old is this thing? Discord, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger into a single searchable inbox. Most striking support is the Apple's iMessage that is only officially available on Apple devices. So if you do have to have a need for iMessage, please get better friends who you know to use other things. Oh, I'm sorry. You can use this particular application. However, I'm a little bit concerned about this type of thing, but nevertheless, it's worth looking into in the event you happen to need to use iMessage in some instance, one way or the other. MagSafe. Apple reminds users don't hold iPhones near pacemakers. Apparently, it's not just the MagSafe. There's something in the iPhone 12 that causes pacemakers to go a little crazy. So, if you happen to know people with pacemakers, make sure they're not setting their phone on their chest while they're doing something. That can definitely mess up their pacemakers. So, how exciting. Isn't that so joyful, folks? Isn't that so joyful? We're going to start seeing fun stuff there. And there's of course the thing in there. It's like, clear. So there we have it. If you have an iPhone, keep that iPhone away from your thumper support. There we have it. Instacart will lay off all of its unionized workers. I smell a lawsuit coming here. I really do. So some of the Instacart employees, a good several hundred, if not thousand of them, all banded together and actually voted and passed a union. And then wouldn't you just know it, before that union has a chance to take place when they're still negotiating their very first contract, Instacart goes through huge layoffs despite their business exploding because of the coup. And they laid off absolutely everybody who voted for the union. I smell a lawsuit. If you got stock in Instagram, guys, get out now. That's not financial advice. But holy crap. This is just like, I read this looking for the lawsuit, and I didn't see any reference to a lawsuit. 10 employees who voted to form the first and only union on the grocery delivery platform at Marino's grocery store in Skokie, Illinois, and inspired other Instacart employees to organize their co-workers at grocery stores around the country. Decision to terminate the employees who unionized with the State Food and Commercial Workers Local 1546 in Skokie early 2020 as part of a larger series of layoffs that Instacart announced on Tuesday. News was buried in a blog post, and the layoffs impacted Instacart's in-store shoppers who are direct employees of the company that pick and pack groceries at the supermarket around the country. According to UFCW, Instacart is firing nearly 2,000 of its 10,000 grocery store workers as part of the layoffs and offering as little as $250 in severance. I have not had a kick in the nards like that since a $600 stimulus check. Layoffs amid some of them in rapid expansion due to the coup, as millions of people have turned to on-demand grocery. Let's see. The company reported profitability for the first time in 2020, preparing for the IPO later on, estimated to be valued at $30 billion. Not if they get a giant lawsuit for firing everybody who voted to unionize. Sorry, you guys want to unionize? Like that's more heavy-handed than Amazon. Less subtle, too. 5G boxes. You guys like 5G? Some people like 5G. Some people are like, this stuff's of the devil. We don't know. Well, regardless, 5G boxes are coming to people's homes, whether they want them or not. A unwelcome lawn ornament courtesy of Verizon. It turns out that Verizon is planting boatloads of these 5G antenna boxes, just installing them in people's front yards because a permit costs like $300 or something. They've been installing boxes as part of its 5G network since 2019. Let's see. Boxes are known as ground fixtures. They supply power and data to 5G antennas. They are placed on utility poles nearby. The ones gracing people's front view windows are being built up as Verizon's 5G home internet service. It's well known at this point that the millimeter wave tech is blazing fast, but it also has a terrible range. So here's streamlined 5G build-outs, puts ground furniture in Houston front yards. Look at that thing. Now, I'm not sure how far they're standing away from that. I mean, I'm not, because it's very possible that they're standing, if they're standing like 20 feet back, that box could be like, 6 inches high or something. And no, it's not based on this meter and stuff. But that is a fairly sizable thing to show up in people's front yards without anything. Technically, the boxes and utility poles go with them or installed in the right-of-way, which is land owned by the county. The permit place them are $300. They used to be $2,700 before a law was passed by the state of Texas in 2017. But basically, yeah, you guys over there in Houston, you're getting some big old 5G boxes in your front yard. I hope you enjoy your new lawn ornament. I'd be over there wrapping that thing in aluminum foil every night. We can't figure out why our box isn't doing anything, sir. Yeah, it looks like an AC unit. It does, but at least they put the AC unit on the side of the things. How would you like this one here, guys? Sony adds HDMI to last year's Android phone. Doesn't change anything else. It just adds an HDMI port and charges $2,500. Were they deranged? If you are paying $2,500 for a smartphone, I have some stuff to sell you, okay? I mean, really. It doesn't fold. It doesn't do anything fancy. It just has an HDMI port. There you go. Doesn't look like it has a headphone jack. It does look like a nice phone. I mean, I'll grant that. And I'll tell you, looking at the front of it here, if this is the camera up above the bezel and it's not giving me notches, I might actually want to buy one of these as long as it's not $2,500. But holy crap. None of this explain. Let's see. Let's go ahead and read what they wrote here in this paragraph. It seems a lot like the Xperia 1, Sony's already $1,300 smartphone from 2020. Have 6.5-inch screen, almost 4K, 38 by 40. An OLED display, Snapdragon 865, 3 rear cameras, 4,000 milliamp battery. This year, they get the bump up to 12 gigabytes of RAM. That is pretty massive. I got to say, 12 gigs of RAM in a phone is pretty wicked. And 512 gigabytes of storage. That's only usually worth $100 extra. There's 5G in it this year. 2 app shortcut buttons on the side and a shutter button. They're very nice. And adds an extra $1,000. $2,500. That's insane. And on to our feature story. I know you've been thinking, what in the world's going on with this chatting with the dead? Yes, Microsoft is now joining necromancy and raising your loved ones from the dead with a new bot. Now, mind you, this is the company that brought us Tay, the Nazi Twitter bot, that literally started screaming legitimate bad stuff. Like, if Alex Jones spewed the things that Tay was spewing, I would understand deplatforming. He's just a nutcase. He doesn't do that. This Tay bot from Microsoft was insane. But now Microsoft has it all figured out. They have patented a chat box that could imitate a dead loved one, celebrity, or even a fictional character. How are they doing this, you ask? Very fascinating question. They are doing this by scooping up the personalities of real people based upon social media profiles and other things. Guys, once again, an exact statement said in Google's Selfish Ledger. If you have not watched the video, Selfish Ledger, look it up today. It is terrifying to see what Google is doing in the Selfish Ledger. And this is one of the things they're doing. Nobody ever dies. They just become part of the blockchain of all humanity that you can access who they are. So according to documents from the U.S. Patent and Trademarks Office, the chatbot would be created through information that could be easily gathered on social media, images, voice data, behavioral information, social media posts, and text messages. It could even take on a physical presence. The documents show which plans for 2- and 3-dimensional recreations of people gathered through photos and videos of the individual. While Microsoft's patent does not specifically say that the product would be used to bring deceased people back to life digitally, the plan does use dead loved ones as an example of how the chatbot could be implemented to recreate and imitate individuals from the real world. So we have this problem in our society where people are becoming very, very mentally ill, and it's happening all over the place. And keeping somebody alive beyond the grave through social media posts and this AI technology so you can continue to chat with your dead parents long after they've died. This is insane, and it's going to lead to this, because what you need to move beyond all of this, you need closure. Closure does not happen when you continue to chat your dead parents after they're dead. You need closure. You need to move beyond. You need to build up a life beyond it. This is stunting people's mental health. Quote, the specific person may correspond to a past or present entity or a version thereof, such as a friend, relative, acquaintance, a celebrity, a fictional character, historical character, a random entity, etc. The patent reads. So we can continue to chat with people who have already died. We can start formulating a deeper relationship with a person who's not here on this planet. This is insane. This is insane. Yeah. So Microsoft enables chatting with the dead. This is terrifying. Well, if you'd like to prevent Microsoft from scooping up some of this data, sounds like a Ben Shapiro line in there. But if you do happen to need a VPN, have a look at ExpressVPN, tlm.li/EV. For my affiliate code, you can click on the Get Started button up here and find the plan that works out for you. This is one of the greatest VPNs that we have out right now. Works on all sorts of devices and allows you to connect to a variety of different servers all around the world, so you can connect from and to anywhere that you might need. So have a look at ExpressVPN if you are in need of a VPN, and utilizing my affiliate link there will help support the channel. So let's go ahead and visit Sillyville next, as if that last Microsoft story wasn't silly enough. Alrighty. Alrighty here. Let's see where we're at up here. And there's a couple comments over here. Such a brave someone would port this Firefox extension to Chrome. Let's see. Tree tabs. Ooh, that is kind of neat, isn't it? Don't invest your whole bank account either. Yeah, don't invest anything in the stock market that you don't you won't lament losing. Tell us about a future of gaming in Linux. Nope. Let's see. It's wear a mask here in Georgia, South Carolina, 2 state areas, or you get kicked out and cops will get called on you. Yeah, I just wouldn't visit any of those, which is hilarious because Georgia actually originally had a bill that said it's illegal to have a mask law anywhere. Interesting. Moon-based grays have taken over. Moon-based grays have taken over China. The anal probe thing sounds like your work. Hey, I had nothing to do with it. Of course, the Greys were into the anal probes. We're into the advanced technologies. They're into anal probes. I don't know. Us reptilian aliens, we do all sorts of weird tech stuff. Meanwhile, the Greys they're just poking at people's butts. I just can't figure it out. Call it a hobby, I guess. Alma Linux Red Hat clone is another alternative for CentOS. There you go. Want iMessage? Why wouldn't you have an iPhone? That's a good question. Hangout's still supported for corporate G Suite users. Yep. Back from dinner, and opinion on Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. I've not looked into Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. My opinion on all of the COVID vaccines. Talk to your doctor, of course, but for the average population, I would personally stay clear. There's very few people. And actually, there was a couple high-profile doctors that actually just recently said the same thing. Let's see. They're stealing out our gig and making copies. They always do. Single-player games really doing well in Linux due to anti-cheat. Not so well for multiplayer. Most multiplayer games only exist to get you addicted, and they're not really healthy. Yeah, I'll agree to that. Never trusted a company that does the shopping in stores for me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Any opinion on Elon's starting stuff? No. Give a megalomaniac a Twitter account. What do you expect is going to happen? Not much of a choice but to wear a mask because the stores will not even let you in without one. Interesting. Go do your shopping in a small town. They don't really care. They're like, yeah, this is nonsense. Good for areas that can't get decent internet otherwise. 5G is creepy. Same frequency as microwave. Have to catch the playback later. Ironically, we're having lasagna. Did your oven make that choice, or was that your call? Put a Faraday cage over it. Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's go put a little cage over it, you know. Too expensive for a phone when the cost is more than an Apple or Samsung offers. Absolutely. You can use the Sony phone as a big viewer. You can attach it to a camera. There you go. For very specific use case. Yeah, that's all right. Have a 3090 GPU or something, maybe. Yeah, I mean, if it's a special case phone, then hey, that's good. Okay, Alex Jones might sound crazy at times, but he's been right so many times. Yeah, I know. He's getting so right, though, if you live on his block, you might want to move. I'm just saying. Sell you a UPS for $1,500. There you go. Didn't Johnny Depp make a movie about existence beyond the death using technology? I don't know. Not that I recall, but I can't say I follow Johnny Depp's career either. Insane in the membrane. There you go. Imagine if successful Nintendo Switch will cost at least $800. Isn't speaking of the dead forbidden in the Bible? Yes. Indeed it is. Don't want closure because we're too self-absorbed and don't want the pain in the short term it takes to get closure in the long term. Absolutely. Mom passed away in 2011 and my aunt refuses to close down her Facebook page. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but everyone tells me she still updates profile pictures and post status updates. That's insane. That's crazy. More like a creepy veil, to be honest. I agree. Yep. Yeah, I know, right? Microsoft getting a little creepy there. Merck vaccine stuff was interesting. Yeah, I can't say I've been following much of any of it. You have two choices: the aborted human fetus vaccine or the experimental mRNA vaccine. Yeah. Down the rabbit hole. All right, let's head to Sillyville, folks. Let's head to Sillyville. And on to Sillyville. Well, Bernie didn't get the president, but he did get a lot of money. The socialist guy who hates capitalism made a whole lot of money selling the meme shirt. So this is Bernie Sanders' official campaign store. They had the Bernie Sanders crew neck shirt here for $45 is sold out. So there we have it. Even the communists are benefiting by free market capitalism. Go figure, guys. Go figure. We're in a clown world. BLM is nominated for the Peace Prize. Oh boy, it's getting interesting. Deactivation of Flash actually may have crippled the Chinese railroad for a day. So yes, the Chinese railroad system was still dependent on a Flash application. Apparently the Great Firewall of China was preventing them from knowing that Flash was being disabled. And like, that was news 2 years ago, something like that. Long time coming. But flash dies, and yeah, China's entire train system shut down for a day. And that, to my understanding, is the biggest form of transport over in China. So there we have it, guys. You got to stay up on that latest technology, I'm telling you. Well, if talking to the dead wasn't good enough, how about having a walk to your celebrities? So Apple adds walking with celebrities to Fitness Plus features. So you can have amazing conversation strolls with Shawn Mendes or Dolly Parton. The idea here isn't like an interactive necessarily. It can be an okay idea. It's just a little silly, which is why it's here. The idea is you're like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. And in order to entertain you for your walk and make sure you walk for the length of time you should be walking, you get a sign track with whatever your artist is, with intersperses songs and inspirational quotes and messages and this person speaking. So apparently you're going to get close to your celebrity friends and whatever else. So there's Dolly Parton. I mean, I know who Dolly Parton is, but who's this other dude? Who's this Shawn Mendes dude? I'm not out of touch with reality, apparently. Is this Shawn Mendes? Weird. Anyway, you can go ahead and you can sign up for the Plus features in Fitness Plus, and you can have the inspirational conversation with your favorite guys. Okay, good enough. Well, Google Play bans a video app for having the standard .ass subtitle support. I just think they should have called it the .donkey support and see if anybody got it. Advanced substation alpha files, or a naughty word for butt. Who knows? So their automated app review process strikes again. The actual thing, of course, is the advanced substation file type .ass file. And inside of their system, they got a flag because under the subtitles SRT, SSA, ASS, TTML, and VTT. And the Google Play Store told them it doesn't comply with the sexual content and profanity profile because of the the extension. Like I said, call it .donkey with the advanced substation and see if anybody ever catches on. I mean, that would just be the best way to handle it. So there we have it, guys. The Google Play Store strikes again. They did a good end of the story. They appealed it. They explained it, and it is now back in the policy with that description there. So if you guys happen to have like teenage boys or something, they'll be downloading going, oh, look, it says ASS. Oh, oh. So, you know, the old George Carlin thing. Oh, well, it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Well, I know 2020 was hard. We all want to get back in a regular society. Don't worry, guys. The new normal is here because you can now head on over to your concerts in your space bubbles. By the way, this is a little bit flashy, so warning on epilepsy type stuff. But here, if you're able to see this picture, you see family unit groups inside of these plastic bubbles enjoying a socially distanced, isolated concert because we've lost our ever-loving mind. We've lost our ever-loving mind. The capsules were equipped with a speaker. So everyone comes into your socially distanced place, and then the bubbles all blow up, and now you get to experience your own socially distanced, bubbled. Like, this is like Bubble Boy to the extreme. People, if you're this terrified of some disease with a 99.9999 repeating survival rate, maybe you shouldn't be going to a concert. I know if you're elderly, it increases to you know, something like 1 to 5%. But for the average person, he ain't gonna die of the coof, yo. Oh, Lord. I paused to see that coming back. That's terrifying. So, yeah, we have rock concerts inside of space bubbles. That's exciting. Well, if you want to help support this nonsense channel, you can head on over, have a look over at our Patreon page, patreon.com/TomM. That's TOMM. This actually supports my Linux, my Christian, and my writing work. All three channels are over there. So you can head on over there if you would like to help support the channel. With that, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. All right, let's check in on our final round of comments, feed a kitty, and get on out of here. Wait, does a Chinese use a flash player? Unicorn meat has to monetize. Gomer Pile, meme of the year 2021. Yeah, it's such a meme of the year. My pastor asked me to. We took a picture on Wednesday, and there's always this empty chair up by the pulpit, and so we took a picture, and I photoshopped Bernie into the picture. Let's see. Johnny Depp's movie was called Transcends. Oh, okay. Woman who made those mitts Bernie is wearing went out of business because of all the regulations and taxes. Such irony. I know, right? Like Dolly, but not that much. Unreleased album and put it in a time capsule with a CD player to play on it. Yeah, there will not be any power grid by the time it opens. That'd be funny. ASS file sounds like something I would do. I swear we're getting way too PC. There we are. She will be 99 when it's unsealed. SSA and ASS files used for subtitling closed captions. It's a standard and has been before YouTube was found. Assassin's Creed should be banned. Yeah, it's got it twice in there, doesn't it? Bubbles should be airtight. Pastor buying his COVID nonsense? Nope. Well, like, I can't say no. We recognize it's a real illness. In fact, last week we canceled church. One of the people in our church works at a particular office that had some cases go through it, and so they tested everybody, and she came down with a positive case, and so we actually canceled church and Bible study for I think we canceled everything for 1 week, so we end up just doing I think we did cancel everything for 1 week. And then she won't be back this week, but she'll be back the week after. But we have not had any issues. She said, yeah, it's like having the flu. She's like, yeah, I don't care. I mean, we haven't done anything different. We've been meeting since May, I think. I don't remember how long we've been meeting. There's no mask requirements. You can wear one if you want, but we don't. Biden really the president in power, or is the military in power due to the Insurrection Act? I'm not sure it's either of those. I don't specifically think the military is directly in power right now, but I don't think Joe Biden have enough marbles in his head to be in power at all. There was the sign, right? There was the, when he was signing all of those orders at one point in time, he turned up to Kamala and says, I don't even know what I'm signing. And she says, just sign it. If that doesn't terrify you, that's frightening. That's how screw it is right now. Has Facebook removed their Flash-based games too? Well, the browsers are removing Flash. So presumably if they haven't, I don't think Facebook would have used Flash for a while. I imagine everything's HTML5. Crews have to fuss at them in order to ignore it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy, now we're getting the memes. If you're over on Discord, tlm.li/STLD. We're getting the meme feed coming in the live chat. We got Gangnam Style and Bernie Sanders. That's right, guys. That's right, guys. Church need to be back in service with mask mandates in place, or at the very least recommended. No, mask mandates, every place a mask mandate goes into effect, cases go up, not down. There's no scientific research that says a mask does anything. It's Facebook. I don't know. I don't know either. All right, let's go ahead and feed the beast, and then we will go ahead and get out of here for the night. A little early. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Brought to you by Temptations. Smile big for the camera. Oh, are they finger licking good? They're finger licking good. Yeah. They're finger licking good, everybody. All right. Let's see. Did you see the battle on B? Democrats vote to reinstate Trump as president, so impeachment trial is constitutional. I did see that. Flash basically used for pop-up ads. Even Netscape hated them. Science says some people just put distance in front of people and have some sanitizer on the table. Yeah. All right, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are premiering a look at what Google is doing to the Chromium base and what Linux distros are doing about it. And then we will be back. Let's see. I think we'll probably do a video Monday, skip Tuesday, and hopefully we will have our live stream on Wednesday. This week we did not have our live stream because we ended up having a conference at 3 o'clock, and I didn't have a chance to do anything else in the middle. And I was just like, and I was trying to get an application to work on wine. And so finally got to work, but oh well. So anyway, guys, we will see you next time.